grab a ball, a set of weights or two, so something a little heavier because these are not super long moves and you're only doing the move once for each body part. So go ahead and grab something a little heavier, maybe something lighter just as a backup. And always, as always, grab your water bottle, blanket, anything you might need for cushion. We will have the option to go to the knees at least one move. So have that available if it's something that you know you might like to have. Okay, let's get busy. Our first move, before I start the timer, I'm going to show you our first move, and it's going to act kind of like our warm-up. All right, so our first move will be a plank rollout. So when you come down, you'll start this one on your knees, and as always, go to the level that suits you best. So if this is something that you know you can do from a standing position, feel free to stand up to do your full plank rollout. I'm just going to give you this option to start you off, okay? So just to get us going, we'll do a couple just as a trial run, and then we'll get that timer going. So we're right here, hands, just reach your hands out, straight arms, and that's about how far your ball should be from you. Not directly on top of the ball necessarily, but maybe just slightly off to the side toward you. Then we roll it out and land on the forearms, nice straight plank position, and then pull that plank back up. That's all you're doing. All right, I want you to keep a solid line from your shoulders, your hips to your knees. So don't go too far out if you're unsure. Make sure you have this ball on a mat. It can slide out from under you, so just make sure it is secure. All right, knees, find a blanket or something cushion there if you feel like you need it for your knees. All right, so that's our first move, and we will just keep going from there. You're gonna have 40 seconds on the clock, 20 seconds to rest or get into the next position. So let's get going. First move is that plank rollout. So find your position. You could be standing or on knees. Start to roll it out, pause, and then pull it back. Okay. Deep breath in, chest stays lifted, rib cage pulled down, but shoulders are down and relaxed. Inhale, rolling out. Exhale, pull it in. Really pull up through that pelvic space right here when you come back. Inhale, coming out. Exhale, you're trying not to just land on the ball. You want that ball either under your chest or ahead of your chest like mine is now. Okay, just a few seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Go ahead and come out onto your ball so that your toes can still touch the floor. Your hands are on the floor. We'll just take a moment to rest there, roll it around a little. And then while you're resting, I'll show you. We're just do alternating opposite arm and leg. So let's get started here and go. So it's alternating opposite arm and leg. Lift. You'll gaze just right below your nose. Neck is long. Even though you're supported on the ball, I want you to try to pull your rib cage up, engage your core. Pubic bone is pressed toward the ball. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale down. Good, nice movement here, slow and steady. Inhale, reach, exhale down. Making sure you're not overarching in the low back by keeping your core engaged, using your glute to lift, and not over lifting that leg, just the height of your hip. Last one, and rest. All right, we'll come back up. Now, seated on the ball, we're gonna start doing some crunches here. So I want to give you the option, have your weight nearby. Find your space that you can roll out, still supported and on the mat. Okay. Hands starting behind the head is your first option. Just lifting and lowering. Basic crunch. Lift and lower. Inhale, making sure you're not pushing into your feet to press that ball back. So if you hear any noise of that ball moving, it means you're pushing it back. I just want you to balance on it. Continue here. If you want that extra option, you've got that weight nearby, you can lift it up and just find that little weighted crunch. So find the one that's working best for you. We've got 7 seconds. Inhale, exhale. Give me one more and bring it down. All right, so you can rest all the weight back for a few seconds. You can keep the weight or no weight. I'll show you your next move is just going to be a crunch pulse. So it's little right there. And you can do that right like that with your hands behind your head or a weighted pulse. Okay? So the weight would be in front of you. We move up into the crunch position. We hold the crunch and then we pulse. little bitty ones. Being mindful again that it's not a rocking, little, just little. If the weight is too much for you here, go ahead and drop it. It's perfectly fine just to take what you need, leave everything else. If you feel like you're focusing on that weight more, just drop it down, reach with your hands or hands behind the head. Okay, keep going. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath in, exhale it out. Last one, and bring it down. Rest back. You can roll back. If you've got the weight on you, like I do, want to move it off the side so it doesn't roll to your toes. Now, with or without a weight again, and preferably with a weight on this one, we're going to hold that weight end to end. I want you to walk yourself back enough that you can almost be parallel here before you come up. Lift up, come to almost seated, and then sweep over to the side. Come back to center, lower down to the other side. Sweep. Inhale, exhale, sweep. Inhale down, exhale, sweep. Making sure that, again, you're not pushing so hard into your feet that you're pushing the ball back. It's staying steady. Inhale, exhale, sweep and reach a little bit down to the side. One more, each side. That's it. All right, bring it back. Now your head and shoulders will be supported on this one. So you're in an elevated, supported bridge. Lift the hips up. Take your one weight right over the shoulder line, so it's in line with your chest. Okay. Inhale. Squeeze the elbows as you bend the elbows. That weight comes right toward the top of your head and then press it back up. So it's a skull crusher for a reason. We take it up. Now being mindful again, take a look. You can see your elbows here. They're right over your shoulders. They're not moving forward or back. And you're going to try to keep them squeezed in towards center so they don't splay out to the sides of your room. They point toward the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale, take it up. Exhale, isolating into the triceps here. Keep the hips lifted. Feet can be wide or narrow depending on your balance position. Okay, now give it a pause and bring that back down. Take a little rest here wherever you like. So you can roll back or forward. Just shake it out a little. While you're doing that, I'll show you your next one. So your arms will be straight and you're going to reach over the head and then bring it back, okay? Just right over your chest. So let's start there. Inhale, hips stay lifted, ribs stay down, reach over, come back to center. Inhale, make sure the ribs are really staying pulled down and your hips are staying lifted, glutes engaged. Elbows are straight but not locked, so always feel like you could put a little soft bend there. You are moving from the shoulder here. Inhale, exhale back up. Just a few more. Deep breath. So we're getting a great work. Isometric contraction for those glutes. Last one and rest. All right. Now bring those hips down a bit. Okay. I want you to walk it back. Pause here. We're going to take the one weight again. You could do this with no weight again or a lighter weight. But we're going to do a front raise, so you're just going, I'll turn towards you a little. So you'll just hold your weight here, inhale, bring it up, shoulder height or just slightly higher, and bring it back down. Okay, so I'm going to take the feet a little wider, bring it up, and bring it back down. Inhale, so you're just bringing it to about somewhere between the knees, and then up, just about in line with your nose or eye level. Okay, bring it up, take it down. Little front raise there, up and down, still working the core. The heavier that weight is, the more you're going to need to engage, pulling the rib cage in, hips are level. Just one more right after this one. Here we go. Last one, and bring it down. All right, now walking yourself back out. You can take one or two weights on this one. So if you wanted to add extra, you can. I'm just going to keep the one here for now. Okay, so depending on how heavy your weights are. If they're not too heavy, maybe take two, set them on both sides of your hips. Okay, otherwise, just take this one right across the crease of the hips. This whole head and shoulders are supported. dropping the hips down and then lifting up. Just an elevated hip thrust. Lift, lower down. Watch though, the knees are going to stay in line with the heels every time. So when you lift up, you really push knees toward toes. So you're going to engage those hamstrings a little more. Your glutes are active. Deep breath. Exhale, lift. You could also lift your head when those hips go down. Don't feel like you have to keep your head back. Don't need to hyperextend in the back. Okay. Take that last one and rest. All right, walk it back. Take your weight off to the side for just a moment. We'll get back to that. We're coming to standing. So toes out to the sides, big sumo stance. We're going to take the ball up over the head. Lower down into your sumo squat. Now we're going to lift the left leg. What? And get a little crunch, like a little tick-tock there. Okay, over to the other side. Notice I'm not moving that ball any more than what my upper body is moving. Okay, so I'm not trying to independently move it over to the side. Just kick it and bring it down. A little crunch and down. Exhale. If that's not working for you, stay here and just go side to side. Let's go. Last few here. Down, up, down, up. Last one. And rest. Whew. All right. Ready for a back lunge. So we'll start in a slightly chair position, a little slight squat. Keep the ball here, or you can always drop it if it feels like it throws your balance off. Okay, we're going to step left foot back, reach the ball overhead, come back to center, back into that little squat and switch. Continue from here. Inhale, exhale, step up. Inhale back, exhale up. Okay, deep breath, here we go. Whew. Getting the heart rate up even more without doing what we would consider to be cardio, right? We're getting all the big muscle groups working, and that elevates your heart rate. So a lot of things can be cardiovascular friendly and not be considered what we might think of traditional steady state cardio. Okay, last one, and come up. All right, now we are still standing, and you can take your ball off to the side. We're going to take 2 weights now. So hinge, bend the knees, grab your weights, collect them wherever they are. So now starting with just a little focus on upper body. Feet about hip distance, soften the knees. Curl up and then release down. We'll show you from here. Without swinging the arms, elbows, you want to be mindful there that the elbows are not coming forward. They're just down by your sides, and then you curl. Okay. Inhale, exhale, curl. Core solid. So you've got that space around your waist. It feels like if you were putting yourself inside of a little canister around the center of your waist. Deep breath. Exhale. Good job. Come on, last one. And rest. All right, shake it out. You can set those weights down, give yourself a little break, shake them out a little. Your next move is going to be a lateral raise. So it's going to be out to the sides, that lateral position, side movement. So out to the sides, soften the elbows, and then bend your elbows if you need to decrease your lever. If your weights are somewhat heavy, you might need to bend your elbows a little more. Okay, so take it out. Now I'll show you from the side again. So it's not straight out to the side. I'm making something more like a little bit of a V. Okay, so move according to what feels right for your body. So they're slightly ahead of the shoulder line when I lift, but not higher than the shoulder height. Okay, so just up, bring it down. Good. Inhale, exhale. Core is braced for stability. Give me 2 more. Out. Bring it down, last one, and rest. All right, whew. Okay, again, you can set those down or just hang on to them for a second. We've got a few seconds here before our next move. So we're going to overhead press, okay? Elbow stays about in line with your shoulder. When you come to this position, start and stop, and then over the head to reach. Here we go. Soften the knees again, and press. Okay, inhale out to the side. Exhale up. Core solid again. The heavier your weights are, the more you're going to feel the core engage. Inhale. Exhale, press. Watch it when you push up that your shoulders don't shrug. That's the key right there. Almost there. 8 seconds to go. You've got it. It's just a couple of moves. Up. Last one. And rest. All right. Now, again, you can always set those weights back down. I will give you a little demo. So we'll be doing a hinged fly. So you'll be coming forward slightly and then moving the arms out to the side and back down. Now, I do suggest if you want to go lighter here or no weights at all, you could do that. If you're not real familiar with the move yet, or you find those to be really challenging and it strains your neck. So hinge as much as you can, bend the knees, and then out and back down. Out, back down. Okay, good. Exhale. Pull it back. The opposite of a chest press or a chest fly. You're going to take it back, squeeze the shoulder blades. Make sure your belly's pulling in, you're hinged forward as far as you can without rounding your back. Last 2. Last 1. Woo, all right. Now you've got another move here. We're going to be hinged again. You could always place a blocker ball between the inner thighs to give you stability. The palms will face forward and we'll pull back. Okay, just a straight arm extension. So palms forward, come down, pull back. Exhale back. Once again, always feel free to go lighter or drop your weights. Deep breath in, exhale, pull back. It's okay also to pause. So if you feel like you need to take a little break, just take a break, come on back. We're doing it for time, not rep. Do what you can, leave the rest behind. Here you go. Last 2. Last 1. And rest. All right, just set the weights down to the side. Still within reach, but they're over to the side. We're coming down to the mat. It is humid. I'm feeling it today. All right, we're coming down all the way to the mat. Grab your ball. Feet on the ball. Closer to you is a first variation or first level. Further away starts to bring you into intermediate or advanced. Okay, so lift and lower. Just a bridge lift. Inhale. Exhale down. Deep breath in. Exhale down. Making sure you're keeping that space underneath your neck in neutral so there's no flattening of the curve here. You still feel space behind the neck. Feet are flexed. You can bring that ball much closer in to do your bridge lift if you prefer. Wherever you are, try not to lock your knees. We'll take last 1. And rest. Okay, give it a moment. You can sway side to side. Bring the knees toward the chest. Next movement, we will have a bridge hold. So you're going to be lifting your hips up. Now let's get going. We'll go ahead and start here. Find your bridge hold, and again, that could be much closer in. Okay. Taking one leg at a time, reaching it up, and then switch. So start as close as you need with that ball in, and if it's just not happening today, take your feet to the mat. Hold a bridge and just alternate your legs from this position of a bridge lift. Your core is super engaged. Shoulders are resting back. You're almost there. Keep going, deep breath. Last one. And bring it down. All right. Excellent work. Now our last move here. Okay, well not last, but last move in this position is going to be a hamstring curl. So you're going to be lifting your hips up. Find the bridge position that you'll hold. And now curl the heels in towards you and press it away. Keep the bridge lift. Pull it in, press it away. Once again, if you're working your way into this move and it's not something that you're very familiar with yet, or you're just kind of struggling today, it's okay. Just take your hips back down in between each lift and curl, okay? So if you can keep your hips up, go ahead and do so. Almost there. Take a break when you need it, but don't stop just because it's getting a little challenging. That's where the growth happens. Come on, last 2 and 1. All right, drop those hips down. Good job. Now take the ball between the legs here, between the heels. We're going to start first variation, bent knees. You will take the arms, reach them right over the chest. Let's go ahead, drop it down, reach overhead, bring it up. Take the ball, keep the knees bent. This is first variation. Continue from here. Let's go. Down, bring it up. Second variation, straight legs, lower, open, bring it in, switch. Inhale, exhale. Keeping ribs pulled down, hips level. Just a few more. Inhale, exhale. Good job. Give me one more full round here. Down, up, overhead, and rest. Whew. All right. Rock and roll. Find your way back up into a standing position, and we'll start over. This is your second go. Take a moment. If you need that water, grab it. Get yourself ready. We're going through it one more time. That's it. Okay, so now you know where you're going. Okay, friends, let's do this. Now, plank roll out before we get started. Once again, on the knees or on your toes. So if you're going to move toward the toe variation or standing variation, you're going to, again, find a little squat. Now reach the hands forward and then roll out onto the elbows, making sure you don't collapse into the ball, and bring it back up so it's still a plank position. Okay, so find knees or toes, get ready. Let's go. Ooh, there we go. All right, here we are. Plank roll out, knees or toes. Pause, pull yourself back up. You're very strong in the center here. Inhale, out, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale, pull it back. Deep breath in, exhale back. Inhale, almost there. Give me one more roll out. Bring it back in and rest. All right, come down to your ball. Pause here. Hands resting, toes under, finding your alternating opposite arm and leg lift. Okay, so pull ribs in, push the hips down, and go. Reach. Find the breath. Don't forget about your core, so you're not just collapsing into your ball. Pull the ribs in. Try to keep the hips level, pressing down into the ball with your pubic bone, long through the neck, just gazing to the floor. And come on, last 2, each side, you've got it. 1, and rest. Round it out. Whew. All right. Come back up. Now we're on the ball, ready for that crunch. So doing a crunch either with your hands beside your head, or you can do the weighted variation of the crunch. Roll it out a little bit. Take a ball, or take a weight if you want. You could also hold something else here, right? You could hold a ball, a small ball or a block. Lift into your crunch, inhale. Exhale, lift. Once again, I want you to try not to push your hips back. So as a little challenge, take your feet close to the width of your mat, lift your heels. Balance here. Every time you come up, I want you to scoop your belly in. Blow out the breath. Breath is super important in all of our movements. Now you can continue. I want you to roll back though, take a break. Your next move is that pulse. And the pulse can be with your hands reaching forward, holding weight or no weight, or supporting your head. Another variation, instead of holding it in front of you, would be to bring this weight in a little closer, or you could even hold it in just with both of your thumbs this way, right at your chest. Okay? So I'm going to keep the heels lifted, find your crunch, hold your crunch, and now pulse. Every time you're pulling the belly in deeper. Good, deep breath, exhale it out. Good job. All right, keep focus here. You're almost there. Blow out the breath. A little deeper every time. Come on, last 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, set that down for just a second. You can open it up. We're ready for that oblique sweep. So it's that rotation to the side. You can take that weight again, end to end, rolling back so that you're a little bit more parallel to the sky. Inhale, curl yourself up, and then over to the side. Back to center, roll back, but not quite all the way. Lift up, and then sweep, rotating your shoulders, not just reaching with your hands. So rotate. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, sweep. Doing great, almost there. The one you're in right now, let's do 2 more. Okay, so bring it back, rotate, 1 more. Awesome, walk it out, rest for a moment. Okay, so you can always take that weight down, rest here, reach out, open it up, ready for a skull crusher next. So your head and your shoulders are supported. Your hips are lifted and engaged through your glutes. The weight right over your shoulders. Inhale, bend the elbows. Exhale, press it up. Inhale, exhale. Notice your elbows not moving forward or back, just staying steady, stacked over the shoulder line. Inhale, exhale, press. Don't forget about your glutes. You're contracting glutes, keeping hips lifted, tail long, so as though you're still putting a slight tuck, but not a forceful tuck to your tail, just without allowing it to drop. So let's take 1 more, and rest. All right, drop that weight down, take a moment, shake it out a little, ready for your lat pullover. So now the arms are gonna be straight, coming over the chest and then back over the head. So take that weight, inhale, get ready, overhead, ribs stay pulled in, exhale, inhale, reach, exhale, bring it back. Let it stop somewhere around your chest or over the belly button. Inhale, reach, exhale. Deep breath in. Almost there. Let's go 3, 2, last one, and rest. Excellent work. Now pause here. We're gonna go ahead and go to that elevated hip thrust, and then we'll move to our last move on the ball, and we will continue from there. So let's go ahead and pause here. Take your weight down by your hips, or stack 2 hips on either side, or 2 weights on either side of your hips. We drop down and lift up. Inhale, exhale up. Your head can stay down or lift your head, let it rock back. I prefer to let it lift a little and then lift the hips, kind of like a little seesaw action. Making sure that you're pushing through your feet and pulling your knees toward your toes when you lift your hips. So so that you're not pushing back. Lift. You could always take one or two hands behind the head as long as you have control over the weight if you're using one. And last one. Very nice. Now take that weight, hold it, make sure it doesn't fall. Walk back into seated. Take the knees wider than hip distance, so about shoulder distance apart. We're going to take the weight down. It's going to be our front raise here. Okay, single dumbbell front raise. Inhale, exhale, bring it up. Down and up. No higher than your nose. So about where your eye line is. So if you are looking straight ahead across your room, the weight will intersect with your vision here. Now pull the ribs in so that you're not swaying your back. Super strong in the core. Inhale, relax the shoulders down. Find your breath. Almost there. Give me two more. Inhale. Exhale. One. And rest. All right. Good job. Set that off to the side. Coming back up to standing. Ready for that sumo with a little tick-tock over. So once again, if you find that that's something that's a little out of your wheelhouse today, you're going to go into a slight stance here. It doesn't have to be deep. And then you can just go side to side. It's straight to the side, okay? Here we go. So opting for the sumo, lift, and then go side to side with that lift. So once again, trying not to just move that ball independently. The ball is staying over the crown of the head. It's just your rib cage, your torso that's moving. And because your arms are attached, the ball moves with it. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. Exhale, crunch. Good. Down, up, down, up. Good. One more. Inhale, exhale. Whew. All right. Alternating back lunge. You do have a few seconds in between. And get yourself ready. We'll be standing in a slightly or high squat or chair position. Okay, so ball in front of you. Send the hips back, the knees not moving forward. Sit back like you're hovering. Step back, reach the ball overhead. Come back to center. Switch. Every time you step back, that knee stays over your heel. You try to press through all 5 of your toes on the front foot as you're stepping back. Inhale, spread the toes wide. Inhale back, exhale up. This also will help to protect your knees, giving you good support in those muscles that are around your knees. If you engage your feet, not gripping, just spreading and pushing. Inhale. Good, one more. Back and up. Awesome work. Okay, set that ball off to the side somewhere where it won't roll off on you. Let's bend the knees, hinge the hips, grab your weights. Back to bicep curls. Okay, shoulders relaxed, soften the knees. Get that kinetic chain engaged. So what does that mean? We're not locking or shifting forward or back. Soften. You've got a nice line from your knees or your heels, knees, hips, shoulders. Bring it up. Release. Exhale up. So once again, also depending on how heavy your weights are, sometimes the option here is to also feel like you want to swing yourself a little. All right, I want you to try to resist that urge. Just stay really steady. This is where the core is going to come in. Okay, shoulders relax back. Working those biceps, the muscle in the front of the arms. Our pull muscles in the arms. Good, last one. And rest. Oh, all right. I'm gonna set those down for just a second. Okay. So next move is gonna be that lateral raise out to the side. So if you find that to be a little more challenging, go ahead and bend your elbows. So take it at a 90-degree, out and back up. Be mindful again, you're not going higher than that shoulder line on this one. So just out and up. Here we go. Bending the elbows or mostly straight, but never locking. Bring it down. Good. Take it up, back down. Inhale, deep breath. Use your breath here. Exhale. super mindful that there's not a swing. See that a lot, right? Especially if those weights get a little heavier. That may be an indication that your weight is too heavy if you feel like you have to swing to get that weight up. So go lighter. One more. This is it. Oh, bring it down. All right. Woo. Shake it out a little again. All right, here we go. Going to that overhead press next, and then we're going to reverse fly. So overhead press, elbows out. You'll be pressing straight up, straight down, relaxing the muscles around the neck. Okay, so grab your weights, get ready, get set, elbows out, find your stance, press. We do not try to tuck the tailbone, but we are keeping it long, meaning that when those weights go up, be careful that you're not arching in your back. That will put too much pressure in your low back. Okay, so when those arms go overhead, you're putting more load to the spine. So be mindful, control, inhale, exhale up. Almost there, 2 more. Last one. And rest. Yes, okay. Next move is going to be our reverse fly. So that's where we are hinged here. Hinged as far as you can. Squeeze a ball or block between the inner thighs to stabilize your low back if that's an issue for you today. Okay, take the elbows and the arms out to the side. Squeeze in the upper back so you're pulling back. So if I was standing, it would look like this, not like this. Okay. So here we go. Inhale. Exhale, pull back. Just try to gaze at the floor somewhere ahead of you. Okay, so you're gazing ahead. Exhale. Deep breath. Continue. Let's go just a few more here. All right, good. Last one. And rest. All right, good job. Now from that reverse fly, we've got one more move. I find it to be one of the more challenging moves for me today. Okay, so those palms will be facing forward again. We'll do straight arm extension behind us. Okay, again, finding that hinged position. So these are excellent moves. All the moves we're doing here for upper body are moves that will help support the rotator cuff. Okay, so come back down, pull back. So we don't necessarily want to go too heavy here. I could probably even go a little lighter. Okay, exhale. I'm feeling pretty good right now, and if you need to stop, stop and come back. I'm trying to stay hinged. If you find that you need to take it one arm at a time, another variation here, so you can alternate. Okay, take what you need, leave the rest. We're almost there. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right. Woo, set those off to the side. Do keep at least one weight nearby. I want to give you another fun option. I know fun being relative. We're going down to the mat. I'm grabbing water before we get there, but go ahead and feel free to find your way to your mat. All right. Ready for your bridge lift. Feet are on the ball. Hold yourself here. Okay. Lift and lower. All right, so I want to give you your options here to take your hands toward the sky and see how challenging that is to keep your core engaged without rolling side to side. Whew. A little wobble happens there, and if you wanted to take a weight, that may even help stabilize you a little more. Just over the chest. Lifting up, lowering down. Maybe 2 more. Up, lower down. Last one. And release it. All right. So next move is going to be your bridge hold with an alternating leg lift. So prepare yourself here. Ball in close or ball far away, your choice. Lift and hold. Lift. Alternate. Lift. Deep breath. Try to drop those shoulders back. See how it feels for you. You might even find that if you flip your palms up a little and push into the back of your shoulders to anchor, this may be helpful. Taking the arms out a little wider can be helpful. Okay, come on, just a few more. Keep scooping in deep through your belly. This is really about your core holding you here. Come on, keeping you stable. Give me one more. And rest. Whew. All right, so while you're resting, I'm going to show you your next move. We've got that same bridge with a curl, so you can take your hamstring curl here, or go back to alternating legs and a curl. Okay, alternating one leg curl. So find the poison that best suits you today. Let's get going, okay? Both feet on the ball, curl it in, or next level, one leg curl, switch, curl, switch. Always feel like you're gonna work at your level that's appropriate for you, and it's okay if you're not doing a higher level. That may just not be where you are yet, but you can get there. Okay? Keep going. Maybe it's not even a goal for you to get there. That's okay too. You just need to take yourself into the space and the mindset of doing what's right for you. One more. And rest. Woo. All right, we've got our last move. Let's go. Ball pass. Bent knees or straight legs. Let's hold the ball with the hands first. Hey, get ready. Get set and go. Inhale, exhale up, grab that ball, switch, take it down. Knees can definitely be bent here. Be mindful that you're not letting your low back really arch away from the mat. Ribs stay pulled in so you feel the middle of your back pushing into the mat and the low back softly pressing as you pull belly to spine as you lower those legs. Inhale, keeping hips level. Exhale, you want to add a little more, lift up, reach. Bring it back up. Inhale. Reach. Come on. 2, 1. This is it. And rest. Yes. You did it. Woo. Glad. I was going to say I'm glad that was locked, but it wasn't locked. Okay. Come on up. Oh, we're having water issues over here. Not a big deal. Okay, I'm so proud of you. Okay, we did good. Let's sit up nice and tall so we can even take a moment. Let's come to the ball. As you sit on the ball here, take a little bounce. Let's go side to side a few times. And then forward and back. Little circles all the way around. We worked the whole body today. Go the other direction. We had lateral movements. We have front movements. We had back body movements. We had it all. We had core isolation. We had strength movements in the upper body. Awesome work. Okay, so ball back against the wall or just sitting in a chair, and let's do a little figure 4 stretch as you come forward. Come back up. Switch sides. Find your balance. Once again, you could always use support or sit on something stationary. Come back up to center. Sweep left arm up and then over. Anchor through the feet. Back to the other side. Take the hands, reach back behind you. You can either just put the fingertips on the ball, lift through the chest here, drop your tail, or engage or interlace your fingers and lift. Open up the chest. And then bring it back down. All right, take one arm up, bend that elbow, give it a little stretch here. You can even lean into the side waist. Come back up, switch sides. Give it a little lean and pull. Back to center. Bring those knees close together. Let's take a twist. Back around to the other side. And then back to center. 3 big breaths up. Inhale. Exhale down. Take a breath for your abilities and your movements today. Bring it down and then take another breath in, honoring your choice to be here and to do something good for you today. So bring it right down there. Seal this movement right at your heart. Thanks for showing up and being amazing.